Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be doing a little day in the life vlog. Sorry, there's somebody walking outside right now, but today I'm going to be doing a little day in the life vlog. We are doing a fun little Friendsgiving / Christmas party gathering with our friends later this evening. So there's a lot of prep work to be done. I'm making a couple things. It's a potluck, so I am making ham, I'm making 2 different desserts and deviled eggs. So I already have the ham going and there's about an hour and a half left for it to cook. And then right now is like nap time. Supposed to be. My 1-year-old did not go down, but she eventually will. My 3-year-old is taking her nap, so I do have a little bit of quiet downtime, and I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning and a little bit of decorating. So I thought it would be fun to vlog and just even look back on this day because it's our first time hosting Friendsgiving in this new place. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so the rest of this video is going to be a voiceover, and I think I'm just going to throw some cozy music in the background and walk you guys through what I'm doing. So right now I am using some spare fabric that I had on hand to makeshift some table runners. So I had been looking for the last few weeks for for tablecloths for my Christmas / holiday tablescape, but I haven't had any luck. So come the day of, I had to improvise and just use what I had on hand. And so I decided to use this fabric that I had bought a while ago but haven't gotten the chance to use, and I basically just like folded it to the length and the width that I wanted, and then I used a scissor to just make a small slit in the fabric, and I just ripped it, and then I folded it in half, and then I did the same thing and ripped it down the middle. So that gave me 2 table runners to work with. We're using our normal dining table that you see here, and then we're also adding a little like side wooden table as well, so that we can have enough seats for all of our friends. So I'm just kind of testing out the runner here to see how it looks, and I think it looks pretty good. So next I'm working with the greenery that I had bought a couple days before. I grabbed mine from Trader Joe's probably like 2 days before the event, just because on the day of I didn't want to be out and about running around trying to get these last minute details. So I had went to the store a couple days before to make sure I already had it, and I just stored it in my closet with some water in a vase. I also grabbed some eucalyptus to add dimension, and so here I am just kind of playing around with how it looks. I also grabbed these pine cones from Trader Joe's, and I'm again just kind of placing things randomly to see how it looks. I added these golden candle holders with candles, tapered candles as well. And yeah, I'm just kind of messing around with it. And ultimately this is what I ended up with. I added some tea light candles as well, and these dried orange pieces that I had made a couple weeks ago. So it's very similar to the Thanksgiving tablescape that I had done, but it's simple and very like organic / natural looking, I think. And so this table is just missing a couple chairs that I was waiting for my husband to get home and grab out of our porch to add. But that was pretty much it for the tablescape, and I think it turned out pretty good. And then I quickly wanted to show these candlesticks that I'm using are from Trader Joe's. They are the dripless self-extinguishing candlesticks, and it comes in a pack of 8, I think for $4 or $5, and I really like them, so I had those. And then this was like 3 hours after the ham had already been in the oven. And so I had it covered for about 3 hours just cooking in there. And so I took it out at this point and removed the tin foil. And this is what it looks like. You could definitely leave it like this, but if you want it a little bit more toasted and glazed, what I like to do is just kind of take a spoon and drizzle the liquid back over it and then put it back in the oven for another hour. And here I'm just prepping some eggs for deviled eggs, and my daughter is also helping me. And then it was time to clean, do a little vacuuming around the house, and just make sure that, you know, things are nice and clean. So these are my little holiday touches. Honestly, I did not go crazy with decorating this year. I usually don't, so everything's very subtle. And this is what the ham looks like after the additional hour of baking in the oven. It just looks perfectly glazed. Next up here, we are doing some prep work for the deviled eggs. So I've already boiled and peeled them. I'm just having them and taking out the yolk. And then I moved on after doing that to making a quick little charcuterie board. I think at this time we already had a few guests who showed up, so I wanted to just put out a little snack because we were still waiting for a couple of our friends before getting into or starting dinner. So I just threw together this quick charcuterie board. I bought the meats and the the meats and the cheeses from Costco. They have already like an assortment pack, so it made it super easy. And then the crackers was also an assortment pack that I had picked up from Target. So I just kept it pretty simple with just the cheese, the meats, and crackers, and it was very easy to throw together. This was actually my first time making a charcuterie board, so I don't know. I've seen fancy ones with the fruits and the olives and different types of cheeses and all kinds of yummy things, but I just kept it super simple. And I think one of our friends said that it was their first time having a charcuterie board or charcuterie, and they said it reminded them of like a grown-up version of Lunchables, which is so true. Okay, moving on to my next item, I guess, on the menu. So I wanted to try this homemade cinnamon bun recipe, and you guys, it turned out so good. So here I am. I've already proofed the dough and done all that, so I'm now rolling it out, as you can see, obviously. And these were actually really fun to make, and I think they would be really fun to do with kids as well. So I kind of prepped all my ingredients already and had them ready to go. So once the dough was ready, I already had my filling made, and I just pretty much spread it all over the dough here. And then once I was done doing that, it was time to roll them up. And I will probably leave recipes down in the description if you're interested in trying out any of the things that I've made in today's video, because I do realize now, looking back, that I was doing a lot. But I'm so glad that I did, because all of the things that I made, just everything tasted great, and it just kind of added to our meal. So all of the food that our friends brought was delicious, and I'm just glad that I decided to go all out. But I'm just cutting up the rolls now. I divided into 12 rolls, and I put them into my baking dish. And then I put them aside to proof for another 20 to 30 minutes. And then you basically just put them into the oven, and once they're done, you can ice them and let them cool. So now I'm moving on to another dessert that I wanted to try making, because this one's pretty easy. It's just melted chocolate, graham crackers, a little bit of peanut butter, and marshmallows. So it was fairly easy to make and really, really yummy. So I'm just mixing the peanut butter into the melted chocolate here. And then I'm pouring my chocolate into a bigger or a large mixing bowl. And then you literally just add your graham crackers. And then you mix it all up, add your marshmallows. I did like almost a full bag, maybe like 2/3 of a bag. And I just mixed it all up until the chocolate covered everything. And then from there, you're basically just going to spread the spread like this mixture over a baking sheet on a pan. My husband helped me with this just because the chocolate is so sticky. And then you kind of just flatten it out and basically just put it into the fridge and let it cool. And then once it's done, you can chop it up into little pieces, and then you have your snack. So yeah, we pretty much spent the rest of our evening enjoying all of the food. Like, look at all this amazing food. Our friends, everyone brought something, and it was just delicious. And we enjoyed our meal together. We enjoyed doing White Elephant and Secret Santa, and this is a fun tradition that we are really blessed to be able to share with our friends. So it was a really lovely evening, and I'm gonna end the video here, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna leave you guys with a picture of the cinnamon rolls. Bye guys.